What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Tuesday PGA show, joined by my guys, Locks, Snyder. I'm in for AP. I don't know shit about golf. I'll say that right now. I'm just running the ship. I'm the host. I see Mike Carr in chat. Scott's in chat. What's going on? I don't need to know golf, though. We got Snyder Goat over here. We got Locks that crushes all these sports. Matty Ice is in here as well. So excited to talk some golf. Locks, I'll throw it to you first because I was sweating, not in person with you on Saturday, but your name crept up in the top 8 of that leaderboard. I was cheering for Middleton hard for you. Good showing for you. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. Tough showing there. I was sitting in 4th, actually. I got all the way up to 4th, I think, with like 14 PMR with everybody. And the Curry lineups in that OT actually kind of hurt me because Middleton didn't even play half the overtime. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'll take the little win and move on, but I'll take 18th out of 100 any day. I was right there with a chance, and that's all you can ask for in those things with all that talent up there, all those big names. So congrats to Tambo as well. He had a high finish up there in the top 10, I think. So a lot of good showings. Good to see all of us up there.
Absolutely. Shift our focus to golf. We got the VALSPAR this week, Snyder. 6 a.m. Eastern lock time on Thursday. Matty Ice already talking. Snyder's looking ready for the slab. Yeah, looks like he's in a hotel. Man, he's been grinding as of late. I'm excited to see Snyder on the slab. What's going on, man? Thoughts on this week? What's going on in your world?
Yeah, excited to jump into this. A little behind this week, but I think we've got a pretty good grip on what we want to do here. There could be a pretty good advantage here. We don't usually see one of these possible weather advantages like we could see. That's something we need to watch as we move forward here. But, yeah, excited to jump on with you guys and find some winners tonight.
I love it. So, yeah, we'll jump right in. We'll go course history. We'll throw it to Snyder. He'll talk little weather, talk that away, or talk about that. Then we'll go 10K and up, 9K range, 8K range, 7K, 6K, etc. I'll do my best trying to run the ship. But, Snyder, I'll throw it to you. Talk about the weather that you were just mentioning. Then get in a little course history at this place.
Yeah, I mean, the weather looks interesting. I mean, it's still early. I mean, there's still a couple days before lock, but right now – I'm seeing a pretty good advantage here for the PM/AM wave, and it's really interesting because we're going to have a ton of those studs going out in the morning, which is going to put ownership still on some of these AM guys quite a bit, I think. It looks Thursday that they're going to see right around 15 miles an hour sustained winds with 25-mile-an-hour gusts, and then right around noon to 2 p.m., the winds just completely shut off, it looks like. They're going to have like 10 miles an hour at most to end Thursday, and then Friday is going to be not as bad Friday morning, and then towards Friday afternoon they're going to be seeing sustained winds 20 to 25, if not higher than that, and gusts up to 30 miles an hour, which is going to be interesting there. So I think I'm pretty much just going to go straight PM/AM. I know it's worked for us a couple times in the past. We got burned by it at the Players last year, which that's about the only time everybody realizes that or goes back to. But hopefully people don't do it. I think only like 9% or 7% actually did it for the Players that year, and that was a huge advantage, it looked like. So interested to see what it looks like coming into here. But this week we're at the final Florida swing here. We're at Innsbruck Resort playing Copperhead. Copperhead's one of the more tougher tracks on tour. It's going to measure 7,340 yards. It's going to play as a par 71. Average green size here at around 5,800 square feet. These Bermuda/POA. They're going to be overseed with POA, again, like we saw last week. They're going to be rolling at around 12 on the stimp meter. There's going to be 9 holes with water in play here as well. 74 bunkers are going to litter this property. Golfers are going to see some narrow tree-lined fairways here with an average fairway width of about 22 yards here. They're some of the toughest fairways to hit here on tour, and they're going to be forced to lay up often on this course. These fairways are also going to be tend to be hard to hold here. They're going to be firm. Balls are going to be rolling through the fairway into the rough, and the rough here is interesting this year. Sam Burns kind of tore this place apart the last 2 years, and they're trying to make it tougher this year. The rough's going to be playing at around 3.75 inches compared to 3 inches that it has been playing at here recently. They have even brought in the step cut around the greens, which it used to be like a shorter cut about 72 inches from the green. They brought that into 21 inches, so it's going to lead to some tougher around the green shots. I mean, it's just going to make this place play even tougher. And like I said, we got to pay attention to the weather there too. I think they're going to have this place I think they're targeting coming into the week. They were targeting a winning score under 10 under because they wanted to get it back to where it was previously before those two Burns years. So some other key stats we're looking at here: strokes gained approach, strokes gained off the tee, around the green with scrambling mixed in, proximity 175, as I think a lot of the iron shots are going to be coming in from that range, and Bermuda putting as well.
I mean, man, I don't even got words. Snyder GOAT, there's nobody better that does it like that. You're talking about you're a little behind this and that. I mean, I have never seen a better breakdown than that. One thing that did stand out to me, because I play golf, of course. I love sweating out the cut sweats. Always fun. Sundays are fun when you got to sweat. But I like hearing that minus 10 looks to be what they're aiming for the winner. I don't like seeing people up there 25 under and stuff like that. So I do like hearing that. I mean, Locks, anything you want to add to what Snyder just said, you can go for it. But otherwise, you can hop into this 10K range. I don't know how you're going to top whatever Snyder just said. I'm going to have to go back, listen on 0.5x like 5 times. I might be able to realize half the things he just said. But, hey, for that breakdown, do us a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that big red subscribe button. I'll use Locks 15. Locks got it right up there, even though Snyder deserves it after that. Locks 15 gets you 15% off. You can get the core plays from Locks, but Snyder does all the showdown playbooks as well. Got on the playbook, his breakdowns, always in Discord as well. So, yeah, Snyder definitely knows this shit, Harry. No doubt about that. But I'll throw it to you first in this 10K range. We only got 4 golfers, this week. JT, Justin Thomas up top, 10-9. Jordan Spieth, 10-6. Sam Burns, 10-2. And Fitzpatrick, 10K. I'm looking at Sabre, and all of them look to have pretty hefty ownership in this top range. Break it down for us, 10K and above for us, Locks.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing to add. I'll just be doing it an injustice if I try to add to that course breakdown. It's like Snyder's like, yeah, I just started looking. It's like, okay, you've been rehearsing this for like 4 days, bro. But it just rolls off his tongue. He knows his stuff. So I'll just hop right into this 10K range, make it super simple. We got 4 guys up here in this range. 3 of them are actually in this morning wave on Thursday. And we were just talking about a pre-show, me and Snyder. I just think it's a huge advantage. I really do. So I'm going to be stacking a lot of the PM guys, which actually puts me off of Spieth and Burns. The only guy I'm not worried about playing in the win would be JT. So I love JT this week. He's just such a good talent. Easily the best player in this field. All he has to do is find a little bit of a putter, and it's game over, I think. So he's the guy I will play. I'll fade the other guys at 20+% ownership. And then I do have a lot of interest in Fitzpatrick. He's probably my favorite play up here in this range. He's in the afternoon wave. Ball striking's been there. Approach game a little bit off, but I think he can turn that around. He's a guy that finds it pretty quickly when he's off. Just works hard. He's able to find it here, and he's on the PM/AM wave, which I like. So JT, Matt Fitzpatrick up here for me. I'm fading the other 2 guys.
Yep, I like it. Only one of the 4, as Locke said, Fitzpatrick teeing off in the PM. Are you going to fade all the other 3, Snyder? Are you going loading up on Fitzpatrick? What's your plan here?
Yeah, I think I'm going to fade all these guys, which is going to be very tough. I mean, it's going to put some people in some really tough situations as people are going to want to play JT. I think JT is going to come in at around 30% by the time ownership comes. I think Spieth will be around 20. Burns will probably be at around 20 since he's won this the last 2 years. It's going to leave Fitzpatrick there, who I think will still see some ownership. Maybe he can somehow creep inside 20% as well. But I'm going to go with Fitzy here up top. He's been really good with his longer irons. The guy can play in these really tough conditions on these tougher tracks. He's generally a guy I like to target in like situations like this, like U.S. Opens and tougher tracks like this. So it just works in well for me. Just going with Fitzpatrick here, and it's going to be a tough X out there with those 3 up top. But, I mean, we're playing to win the game. We're playing to win these large GPPs. And if I can cut out 50% ownership total there by doing that, I'm willing to roll the dice there, I think.
No, it definitely makes 100% or makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, if you're talking 25-mile-an-hour winds, no thank you to that. I mean, that is definitely tough. And, again, I don't know shit about golf, but I do know 25-mile-an-hour winds are pretty strong. Seen golfers struggle in that. So, yeah, it sounds like Fitz definitely the guys for us in this top range. Heading down to the 9K range, we got 9K Davis Riley all the way up to 9.8K Tommy Fleetwood. The guys that are teeing off in the PM in this range, Fleetwood, Justin Rose sitting there at 9,600, Brian Harmon at 9,100. But the rest of this range is teeing off in the morning. Snyder, I'll throw it back to you. We got a handful of guys, maybe 8 in this range. Break down 9K range for us.
Yeah, I really like a couple of these guys. I'm going to be like super heavy on Justin Rose this week. His game's trending upward. I think he might be starting to peak again like we saw a few years back. He won at Pebble, finally got that win that he's been looking for quite some time, gained over 7 strokes ball striking last week as he finished T6. He's a later tee time. I'm looking to I'll be a very, very overweight on Justin Rose. And then Tommy Fleetwood's another guy. I think he's been working with Butch Harmon. It looks like it's been trending upward too. His approach numbers have gotten better in his last 4 events. He almost gained 5 strokes approach last week. Great around the green player as well. He can battle these tough wins, Euro type guys. So I really like Fleetwood this week too. I'm going to be anchoring my lineups mainly with like Fitzpatrick, Fleetwood, and Rose. I'm going to have like 2 of 3, if not 3 of 3 in a lot of builds if I can fit that. I mean, Brian Harmon's another guy I was kind of looking at. He has a late tee time. I'm just not sure I can really get there, though. I mean, the approach numbers have been really bad this year. Last week he was great off the tee, but he lost 2.5 strokes approach again. He hasn't gained in approach in any start this year. So I think he's a guy that I'm probably not going to get to. I'm just going to be super overweight on like Fitzpatrick, Fleetwood, and Rose up here for the top guys.
Do you plan on making like a rule and saber in your 20 entry max or something below? I know it's obviously early, it's Tuesday, but assuming the winds and the weather is what you're looking at right now, at least one of Fitz, Fleetwood, and Justin Rose, and you talked about it, but do you think you'll make a hard rule or just majority of your lineups you think will land like that?
Yeah, I think the way I have the salary allocated, I think I'm definitely going to get at least 2 of them in all my builds, just the way everything works out, because I don't really like too much even in this 8K. I think I'm just going to kind of plant some flags up top here and then just mix in a bunch of the 7K guys with them and see what happens there.
Love it for sure. And if weather does change, Snyder's always in the Discord. Everyone is in the Discord playbook and all that updated. So you do have to be a member for that. Locks 15 does get you 15% off. Locks throwing it to you in this 9K range. Only 3 guys, Harmon, Fleetwood, and Justin Rose teeing off in the PM. Are you going to play anyone else in the AM? Looking at those guys, what you do in this one?
Yeah, this range is a little bit different for me from Snyder. I like 2 of the guys. The guy I will not be playing actually here is Justin Rose. I'm going to be fading him. I don't know. I've never played the guy. It's just a personal kind of hatred towards him. Yeah, he's been looking good, but he's had a few missed cuts as well. So a few bad swings, and he gets kind of checked out. I'm fading that ownership there of Justin Rose because I think that's where a lot of people are going to go here. I'd rather play Fleetwood, Harmon. Those are my 2 favorites here. Obviously, Fleetwood is my favorite. Had him in my core last week, took him out, but loved him going into last week. His ball striking's been there. The putting's what's kind of holding him back a little bit, but here you can win with a bad putter. We've seen it happen, and you can putt easily here. I mean, guys with bad putting have contended here plenty of times, so I'm not too worried about that. I like Fleetwood. I like Harmon. And then actually the morning guy I do like is Davis Riley. Finished second here last year. Been hitting the ball really well. The only struggle is around the green and putting for him, but he clearly played well at this course. He's been playing well lately. I like him, and I think he's going to be super low owned in this range as well.
I like it. There we go. We'll keep it moving. Again, I have nothing to add. These are all names on a paper for me. I don't see Scotty Scheffler in here, so I can't be locking him in. So names on a paper, we'll keep it rolling. AP will be back next week giving his takes. He'll have core plays and stuff up as well. But 8K range, we got, I'm going to say Lee to Sue, 8K to 8.9K. We got about 8 golfers in there looking at who's teeing off in the PM. Wyndham Clark is in the PM. Man, other than that, it is all AM golfers, what I'm seeing in this 8K range. And Snyder, I assume that is why you're saying that you don't really have much interest, but break it down for us.
Yeah, I mean, I was really looking forward to playing like Justin Suh and a few of these guys this week. My guy Ben Griffin's right there. He's priced up this week. No more Ben Griffin in the 7Ks. I think I'm actually going to be off of Ben Griffin for the first time this whole year. I mean, that's been the guy I've been riding all season long. He's just been crushing for us. But I think I gotta stick to the deal there. I'm just gonna play Mr. Ham, Wyndham Clark's right there. He's now made his last 10 cuts in a row. The game's trending really good. He's heading into a weaker type field this week too. I think the ball striking has been real solid for him. The short game's been pretty good as well too. So I'm kind of looking for the upside that he brings too, as we target him quite often in showdowns. So we know he can do well for the birdies and such. And I think he's about the only guy I like here. I kind of wish I could have played like my guy Mavs here too at 8.7. I just don't know. I mean, Gary Waterland's here. I'm not going to go back to him at 8.6 here. Brandon Wu is the guy I was looking at too. I mean, it's just kind of hurtful. Taylor Moore, another one of my guys. Like all of my guys that I love are in this 8K range. I just don't think I can get there though if I'm going to go fully into this PMAM, which is going to definitely. I think it'll be 3 to 5% of people that only do the wave stack this weekend. As I see all these names going out early, a lot of people won't be able to do that. So I think it's going to be sub 5% stack. So if it does give us like a 2-stroke advantage or something, or even more than that, we're going to be sitting really good going into the weekend, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's looking like. We haven't got to the 7K, 6K range, but I assume a lot of those guys got to be the ones teeing off in the PM because majority of these guys up top so far in the AM. So, yeah, I mean, 3-5% like you're saying. It has to be something very low. Ryan Miller in chat, quick, is this only for Showdown? No, we're talking full week for golf right now. Showdown Cider always has the playbook up for that, but we're talking full week starting Thursday at 6 p.m. or at 6 a.m. Eastern. Locks, going to you in this 8K range. What do you see?
Yeah, I'm basically in lockstep with Snyder here. And keep in mind, guys, as we're talking through this, we're expecting this weather to be an advantage. Obviously, if things change and stuff, Snyder's going to update you guys, but that's the edge we're thinking about having. So don't just take this and forget to look at the weather edge, and maybe things change in the next day and a half, because a lot can change in that time. So just a thought, food for thought there as you're kind of going through here. Don't take everything to heart, but if the weather advantage is there, then we're going to be playing this. I think it's going to help you all a ton. So, yeah, I mean, my only interest here is Wyndham Clark. I still do have interest in Ben Griffin, so I'd say he's my second guy here. Otherwise, I'm fading the whole range as well. The guy looks way too good. He's hitting the ball really well. He's putting well. Every part of his game is really phenomenal right now. So I'm going to continue playing a guy even at – I mean, I think he's going to be low owned, don't you, Snyder? Or you think he's going to be higher owned still just because of the name?
I think the times of us getting him low owned at sub 5% are over especially after last week. He kind of arrived on scene there at the Players in a big time situation. He didn't play the best Sunday, but he was right there inside the top 15 for the first 3 days, and he was 14th at the API, 21st at the Honda. I mean, that dude has just been like a print fest for me. I mean, he's been making me a lot of money this year, but it's a tough situation. If I'm going to follow through on it, I mean, you just got to make some tough X's here. If it burns me, it burns me. I mean,
yeah, I mean, if he's at high owned, actually, I'm honestly okay with the fade at 8,200 as well. So, yeah, really just Wyndham Clark for me in this range, and I don't have much interest other than that.
All right, let's keep it rolling. No need to talk about guys you don't have interest in. I'll go back to you. Locks, in this 7K range. A lot of golfers in this range. A lot of guys teeing off in the PM. Way too many for me to go up and name. So break down your favorites in the 7K range. Some fades. Break it down.
Yeah, a little tough here looking through this just because it's hard to see all the names going out in the PM, but if I'm looking through here, just some guys that kind of jump out at me right away that I'm interested in is Benny On. I love him right now at 7,900 at the top of this range. He's going out in the PM stack. I do still like my boy Akshay Baisha. Even in the wind, I think he's in the wrong side of the wave, Snyder, but I still do like him. I don't mind playing him here. Steven Yeager, another dude I like. Joel Damon, I just think he's too cheap for this type of field. It's just a great ball striker, and when his putter gets hot, he's just so fun to watch because he's careless, just goes out there, free swings, and I think he's interesting at 7,500, even though he's in the wrong wave as well. Another guy down here, Eric Cole, $7,300. I believe he is also in the PM AM wave stack, so I don't mind him. Yep. Another guy that I'm definitely interested in here. Some guys I'll be fading. Johnny Vegas. We saw actually. Who was it on the show? Elkington. Elk let us know that his elbow was hurting him. What a GOAT call. What GOAT news we could get last week, because actually I had interest in Vegas until he said that. So I'm off of him. Pretty much all AM guys I'm off of other than the couple that I mentioned, and I'm interested in pretty much every PM guy. minus a few.
Yeah, Cole's on the right side, as someone said in chat. So I'm looking at SaberSim right now. They got all the tee times on Saber. So if you're a member, SaberSim is our partner over there. Got it laid out really well. Snyder, a lot of golfers in the 7K range. Good amount teeing off in the PM. I take it you're just going to fade everyone going on the AM and then talk about some of your favorites in the PM. But correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm going to just try and mix a lot of these guys in. I like that Ben N call there. Another guy I'll be on is Robbie Shelton. He did miss a cut last week, but it was due to a bad putting performance. Lost 3 strokes putting. Has been good. It was T13 at Pebble, or no, he had made his 5 cuts before that. Sam Ryder's another guy that's playing solid golf this year. 44th last week. The Players miscut. Top 20, top 24th. Hot putter there. He's a Florida resident here too, so I like Sam Ryder this week. My guy Ben Cole's down there. 8 to 10 cuts. Top 27 last week. And then he was second at the Honda the week before. I had him as a soldier when he finished second at Honda. So I'm going to be going right back to my guy Cole here this week. He lives here in Florida too. I really like him this week. It was +3 tee to green. Kramer Hickok is another guy. We've been playing this guy in Showdown the last few weeks as well. Has had a couple of really good spike rounds for us there. Last 3 events, he's went T44, 14th, and then 29th. So I really like the upside Hickok's providing us down there. Another guy, Adam Shanks, made 6 to 7 cuts. He's a solid option there. Mark Hubbard's another guy. He's kind of starting to heat up a little bit, I think. Gained strokes putting last week. The ball striking is usually there for him. Hubbard was a real consistent guy for us last year, and I think he's starting to kind of heat up again this year. So I'm going to be looking at Mark Hubbard. Those are like the main guys I'll be looking at. I think like Luke List is interesting for tournaments. Great ball striker, just terrible with the short game. But in these tough wins, I think the good ball striking could win out there. Tyler Duncan's made 3 straight cuts. I like him some too. He was 3rd at the Honda. So, there's a few options that I'll have in the playbook for sure in this range.
Let me ask you this. This will probably be easier. Is there anyone in the 7K range teeing off in the PM that you will be crossing off?
Probably. I mean, there's still quite a few guys.
Nate Lashley, I see. You talked about Vegas is still there.
Fine. This Cootie guy will probably be off. Bramlett will probably be off. Neesmith will probably be off. Fratelli's interesting. I'm not sure if I'll go to him yet or not. But, there's a few guys that I'll definitely kind of be Xing out.
Someone asked, any love for Merritt? I want to say that's Troy Merritt, if I remember the name correctly. Is he in that range? He's in the 6,800 range. We're about to go down there yet. Hold on. I should not have said that yet, but we're about to get down to that range. Snyder, last question I got, then I'll go to locks in the 6K range. But does salary matter this week? If you're just going all these PM and so many guys up top are starting in the AM, like, could you see yourself leaving 1,000 on the table in some of your teams, or you still think you could build enough lineups, and that's why you'll have 2 of Fitz and who else was up there? Fleetwood and Rose. So what are your thoughts on the salary?
I mean, it's possible there, but I think if you want at least 2 of those studs that I was mentioning up top, I think that's going to leave you to playing just some 7K guys. It's not gonna get me down the 6K range this week, which we'll kind of get in here in a little bit, which actually I like because there's not too many names down there that's really catching my eye. So I like being able to finish a lot of my builds here in that 7K range, though.
Cool. I like it. Yeah, let's see if Locks can talk you into anyone. Mention Troy Merritt, mention Van Rooyen, Richie Small is asking you Locks, and then mention some guys that you like in the 6K range.
Eric Van will ruin your lineup this week. He's in the wrong wave stack, so I definitely don't have interest in him unless I do feel like ruining my lineup. And he'll probably own me just because of that. So if you want to play him, have at it.
That's how the show goes. Every sport.
Every time. It's how it goes. I just wanted to touch on a couple other guys that Snyder mentioned that I do like as well as up above is Mark Hubbard and Luke List. I do like those shout-outs there. So definitely on board with you there, Snyder. But going into the 6K range, looking down here, I like me a little Dylon Wu, as Snyder would say. I'm liking him down here. He's in the correct wave. Troy Merritt, as he was mentioning in chat there, I do like him. He's in the right side of this wave. He's played well here. So I don't mind him. I mean, I see him under 5%. Last 2 times at this course, 8th and 27th. So, yeah, his form's not there. I mean, he's coming off a lot of missed cuts, but he's on the right side of this wave, and maybe he can get rejuvenated here at a course that he clearly likes to play. So some interest in him. I did have interest pre-tournament in Austin Smotherman down here, Smother Goat, as most would say in the Discord. I just don't know if I'm going to get there because of this wave stack and this wind. We'll have to see how I feel about it, but I don't mind throwing a little bit of him in there. Another guy I was going to play is Kevin Roy, but he's on the wrong side of the wave. So I'm just sticking a lot down here is going to be based off of waves and where I land. I'm not going to play a ton of these guys. I'm kind of with Snyder. I'm not going to have to play a ton of these guys. But if I do have interest, it's in those few guys that I mentioned. Zach Johnson as well. I know I hated on him a couple weeks ago, I think, when Snyder liked him, but he's interesting to me as well. He's been hitting the ball really well. He's $6,800. I mean, at a course where you just got to be accurate off the tee for the most part, and he's played well here other than one missed cut in his last 4 trips. So some interest there as well, but really I'm not going to end this race a whole lot.
Snyder, that's what you were saying too. I'm looking up someone in chat. Ask Brent Grant, good or bad wave. He is in the good wave. He tees off in the PM, Harry. If that was a question, I'm not sure if you asked that. But 6K range, you said you're not landing here too much, but who are some guys, if you do, are they going to go to?
Yeah, there's a few guys down here I think I can get to. I do like the Dylon Wu call there. 35th or better in his last 3 events. Good ball striker. Zach Johnson was 12th at Honda, T30, three the last 4 years here. He's a guy I'll be looking at. Harry Higgs, he's made 3 of his last 4 cuts. He was T7 at Puerto Rico in his last event out, and he was 39th here last year. Maybe some Chesson Hadley. He's made 3 of his last 4 cuts, but yeah, not too much down here for me. I kind of like Zach Johnson maybe the most down here, and then Dylon Wu, I think.
I like it. I mean, this show is probably faster than most of the shows go. Again, you have 2 people only breaking it down instead of 3. AP giving his thoughts. But, I mean, as of now, a Tuesday night, feels pretty obvious. The PM, AM wave is what you're doing. Again, SaberSim has all the tee times listed. Any final thoughts you want to add, Locke, before we go winner and long shot?
No, not really any final thoughts other than just obviously pay attention. Snyder's going to be updating you guys, I'm sure, as soon as he gets weather news. Or anybody will update you guys with news. Be in the Discord. It's the biggest advantage you guys have here with us is just all of us being in there updating it minute by minute for you guys. So just pay attention. A lot can change with weather in a day and a half. Trust me, I'm from Wisconsin. I know.
Yeah.
So just pay attention to it. And, yeah, let's run Pier again.
Absolutely.
Snyder, I mean, it looks like there'll be a big edge and showdown this week if the weather does what it's looking like. But any final thoughts before we get in long shot winners?
Yeah, I think just stay in Discord. We'll have all the updates in there. I'll have the playbook, cash chart, and all that up. I'll have a preliminary playbook and cash chart up tonight. I'll update it tomorrow as more news and weather comes in. But I'll get something up for starters tonight, and then I'll be updating that tomorrow as into Thursday as it locks. We're going to have showdown content. Like I'm saying, I think we're going to have some pretty good advantages and showdowns few times this week, so stay tuned for that. We'll have the shows coming forward, and then I'll have the playbook up each day with some core plays as well. So yeah, looking forward to this event and looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend.
Snyder Goat, looking forward to seeing you as well. Looking forward to making some money on you against Mangone on the slab. I think you're the right side there. You talked me into it, but right now, like button's hurtful. We got 84 watching, 22 likes only. If you forgot, do us a favor, 2 seconds, like button, big red subscribe button. But we're going to the winners. Locks, start with you. Who do you got for us?
Oh, man. I think here I'm going to go with my boy JT. I think he finds the putter here. Yeah, he's on the wrong side of the wave. He's going to be owned, but I just have a good feeling. I mean, in all honesty, everybody says he's not playing well, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he's really not hitting the ball that terrible, guys. He's just putting the ball like absolute dog crap. If he finds that, I mean, it's game over. This guy's just talent-wise so far ahead of a lot of people in this field other than maybe 2 or 3 other guys. So I think he's my long shot or my winner here. Sorry, not my long shot. And then my long shot this week is actually going to be a guy that looked really good last week when everybody said he was injured is Benny On. He's on the right side of the wave here. Swing's been looking good. Maybe he's dialed in. I think he's my long shot to win it this week.
I like it. I'm not going to give a winner. And again, take whatever I say with a little grain of salt. But Snyder, I listen to everything Snyder says. And guys that he likes, I try and take notes. He's on the good side of the wave. Give me the long shot. Give me Eric Cole sitting there at 7,300. Again, I couldn't tell you anything, what he looks like, anything like that.
I like it.
Snyder likes him. I like him on the right side of the wave. I'm just giving a long shot, though. That's all I got here. Snyder, take us home. Winner, long shot.
Yeah, we're kind of in lockstep there. I was going to go with my guy Eric Cole as a long shot there too.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I think Mr. Cole may also be featured in a segment I'll be doing here in a little bit for Twitter tomorrow. So I like him.
Got me 6 to midnight right there. Just took Snyder's took his call. I love it.
And then I'm going to go with Justin Rose as the favorite to win this 20-1. I'm not sure if you can get any better odds than that. I didn't pull up Odds Checker, but I just have a DK up. He's 20-1 on DK. See if I can find any better lines. It looks like 22-1 is the best line you can get on Justin Rose over at FanDuel right now. So, yeah, I like Rose here. I think his game is trending. He's won once on tour already. I think he's ready to kind of explode here and kind of get back into consideration as we get closer to Augusta and the Masters here next month.
I love it. That was a fun show. Snyder, Locks gave all the winners. Seems pretty easy. PM, AM wave. If anything changes, we'll be in the Discord, though. Snyder 15. If you didn't use Locks 15, Snyder 15 is the other one. Gets you 15% off. Fun show. All the content will be up. Playbook, core plays, cash chart, all of that. Tune in for Showdown as well. Looks to be a big edge. That's going to do it for us, though. Excited to see you boys soon. For Snyder, for Locks, I'm Titletown. Good luck, everybody.